Today's topic. What did we say we were going to discuss?
What got us into sales?
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the podcast number 2, episode number 2 for Primetime Energy. For those of you that don't know us, Damian Silva, that's Abraham Silva, and that's Alan Gomez. We all work with Primetime Energy. Primetime Energy is here to stay, baby. So what we're trying to do with these podcasts is provide valuable information for anybody and everybody that sees it. It can be anywhere from actual installs and panels to sales to whatever the case. We might even, sometimes talk about something that has nothing to do with solar because we also have families and lives that, with other things that matter to us. And this is actually fun other than, going and door knocking, doing sales all the time. Sometimes we need a break, and this is a great break for us. Plus, it does help, of course, getting people to our channel. What got us into sales and how you stay positive in such a, it's not a negative environment, but there's a lot of
It's demanding.
It's a
Yes.
whole world. It's a whole different environment. Like just talking to strangers about offering something, it's kind of like sometimes hard, but it's totally.
How did you
cool.
get over it? Because I've seen you talk to them now, and you weren't like that before.
And it feels different because it's like I'm a pretty easygoing people, just going with the flow, friendly and everything. But when it comes about, because I never saw it this way, so when it comes about now offering something to help them, now they kind of like see you different too. And
Okay.
so now it's just kind of like the more you do it, the more you get used to it though.
For sure.
At the beginning, it's just you just overthinking too much the outcome. That's
Like, as in what? Like, as in they're not going to buy from you or what?
not that, but I'm like, let's say in my example, like for me, it was like this might be a dumb example. You know how it's kind of like sometimes when you're with your friends outside, like Friday night, and you're in the club, and they telling you, "Hey, go and talk to this girl, right? And go and talk to this group over there," and you already creating like a scene on what is gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, she's gonna say this, I'm gonna come back with this, and boom, that's it, right? So it kind of like the same thing. When I started, I was like, I'm gonna say this about solar. He's gonna say yes, I like it, and then I'm gonna say this, and bam, it was like total different story.
So what actually happens, I guess? Give me an example of one of your, either a sale or a door knock or something that you discuss solar.
When I started, it was, let's say, the easiest way, right? You start with your friends, you start with the people that you already know, just because you already feel comfortable talking to them, right? And but it's actually something. Now that you're not talking, we're having some technical
go.
difficulties.
It's all good.
So I start with all my friends and all people related that were already on my circle, kind of, people at work. And I started by, let's say at the beginning, it was kind of like I was thinking too much into like, I know this person, they might say no because they like to save money or they like to be so cheap and stuff like that.
Right.
And I was just categorizing or like overthinking before asking, and I was not even trying. So little by little, I start loosening up. Little by little, I start like opening my eyes more into like, you know what, just ask. Because actually my first client was like that, like out of nowhere. I thought they were going to say no, and then actually they say yes. And that was my first client. And that was what got me into like this.
So it was a mental block.
Yeah, at the beginning, yeah. Because it
What-
was something new for me. Because at the beginning, when I got into sales, kind of, I used to work in a pawn shop. And that was like,
Why the hell is that sales?
Because it was
I don't
not even-
understand.
It was kind of like sales environment.
He's doing air quotes, by the way.
Yeah. Because I thought that's how sales was, right?
Okay.
But that was a little bit different than this. And now that I got into this actual sales job, 100% commission and stuff like that, is like a different thing.
Okay, I'll expand on that actually because I've been in the sales business for a long time, and not in sales. I've been in sales, and there's a huge difference in outside sales to what they call retail or inside sales or whatever you want to call it. But outside sales is when you have to go find the customers, or you have to go and pitch at a home, or you have to, it's just not the same. Like, for example, I worked in retail. So what do you do in retail? They're paying you by the hour. Basically, you stand there and you're like, okay, somebody comes in. Hey, do you want to buy these microphones? Awesome. Here you go. Ring them up. Done. That is not as comprehensive in it when it comes to sales. Like you miss a few steps. It's not difficult, or it's not as difficult because you already have traffic coming into your brick and mortar store, or you have traffic coming in for whatever reason. And this, you're basically building a business. You're building it from scratch. You have zero customers unless you go find them. So it makes it that much harder. It's the same thing with business to business. So what do you think?
I agree. I went into sales just because I don't like having to go to work from a certain time to a certain time. The schedule, I don't like that. That's why I went into sales. And sales too is the more you sell, the more you make, and you don't get paid by the hour. You don't get paid. I don't have to be asking for days off and stuff. I don't like any of that. I can't work in a regular work environment. I've been fired a bunch of times. Pretty much from every job I've had, I've been fired. So
why is that?
Because I can't stand it. To me, that I know a lot of people say that as a negative. They see it as were you fired? Why were you fired? Well, I was fired because I don't belong there.
Yeah.
I just don't. Every day I would go into work. I would chill in the car for like 15 minutes, just laying down, thinking about my life. What am I doing here? I don't want to go in there to work. I don't like the people that I work with. First of all, I don't like the work that I do because the work sucks. It's easy to do, and it doesn't challenge me. I need something different. When I found sales, this is different.
It's in outside sales.
Outside sales, yeah.
Okay.
Outside
because you were in sales before.
Because I was in sales before. I used to sell
You were
shoes.
Al Bundy.
I used to sell shoes.
Like Married with Children.
Men's and women's. Al Bundy doesn't sell men's shoes.
But for those of you that don't know, Married with Children is one of my old school beloved shows from the 90s.
It's a great show. It would get canceled these days. They
80s,
wouldn't
90s.
make it.
90s.
Yeah, there was a bunch of fat girls.
Yeah,
that they gave. Hey, fuck it, they're working, right? All the fat girls, where would they go otherwise? And they gave them a job there at the show. And nowadays you can't do that because they're
no shit.
Whatever. Anyway, it's a good show.
That's good. Okay, how do we get off?
So yeah, I used to sell shoes, but it was come in at this time, get out at this time, and the pay sucked. First of all. And
That's
then
true.
even if I did sell, it's not much of a difference in my paycheck.
Meaning because there was a commission structure?
Well, there was a commission, but it was terrible. It's a very 2% off of... Oh, you make 2% off of whatever, a tiny ass sale.
Out of 100, you make $2, Abraham.
Yeah, so it's just... And then I used to sell... I was selling women's makeup in a bag. This was when I went into more outside sales.
This is outside sales.
So they would give us a bag of makeup, and we would drive, or they would drive us to a location where there's a Target, what is it called? A shopping center.
Yeah.
And as people were parking, they were walking into the store. Before they went into the store, we had to hit them with a bag. Let's say that this is the bag. And we'd be like, oh, hey, have you gotten one of these? What is that?
How they're going to believe him?
Yeah,
like
bro.
About makeup.
Hey, he sold though, man.
I sold. I wasn't as good as I should have been, only because the commission wasn't good. So I have to balance my time versus the money I'm going to make. Mm-hmm. If the money's not going to be good, then why would I waste my time? I can go somewhere else to sell something else that I make more money in that same amount of time.
Right. It just wasn't worth it for you.
It just wasn't worth it. But I would, hey, have you gotten one of these? No, what is that? Oh, let me tell you. Take it out of the bag, do a little demo.
Try it on
yourself. Yeah. Boom. And then on the phone, they would swipe their card. Do you take cash? Yes. Do you take card? We sure do. And then also on top of the makeup bag, because that's the main thing, we would also upsell for hair straighteners, hair curlers. And sometimes I'd get a sale from $20 to $65, $80.
Okay, I was gonna ask. So
And
it started at 20.
It started at 20.
Okay.
And it's crazy because these people are in their car. So sometimes I would go to the car window. I'm holding up the bag. And then they would lower the window. Yes. Have you gotten one of these? What is that?
It's like this.
And right there, man, inside their car, I'm giving them the phone. Go ahead and swipe. Okay, cool. Sale done. It was great. It's a good experience because it's just, I don't know. I'd rather be out in the street doing that.
Did you have fun?
Hell yeah, I had fun. It was great. The money sucked though.
What
That
was
the
fun
issue.
about it?
It was fun because
I've never done
it's
that.
very challenging, man.
It's kind of like
It's
you're
hard.
your own boss.
Yeah.
You decide your paycheck. Hey, you want to sell more? You're
That's
gonna
true.
get
Yes,
more
and
for it.
we always had training every week. But not only it taught me everyone is a potential customer. Everyone, man. I mean, unless it's a little girl or something. But you know what I'm saying? An adult.
An adult.
It's possible that they're a customer. You would walk up to a guy. Oh yeah, I can get that for my daughter or for my wife.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. Valentine's is coming up, and we sold. Yeah,
What
so
did that teach you from? I guess going from that to solar sales, because obviously it's way different.
Well, that's different because that one, as people were walking in, you have to hit everybody, man. Everyone. Don't wait until. And then one time I went into a makeup store to sell a makeup. I got kicked out real quick. She's like, "Well, sir, you can't be doing that." Whatever, I don't care. But I got kicked out, and then she took down my license plate.
Like selling
Yeah.
donuts and
So anyway, they were like, "Whatever." But yeah, what was the question?
How did that translate into
yeah.
sales?
That when you do that kind of sales, that's harder than
with the
this.
big dogs.
Why is that?
Because this is cold, man. They don't expect for somebody to be holding a bag of makeup in the parking lot at Target.
Yeah.
So they're not ready to take out their wallet and spend. But if you talk to them, you explain it well, and they see the benefit, they see the value, they're going to buy. But with solar sales, at least I think it's a little easier than that in a certain way. So solar's harder because they're signing for $45,000, $50,000.
True.
So it's a big loan amount. They're still saving money, but they're signing for a loan. And over here, they're spending $25, $40, but they didn't expect that, and it's completely cold. They weren't thinking about makeup. They weren't thinking about buying something off of somebody in the street. And here with solar sales, we kind of already know when we go door knocking.
It's like the candy bars at the HEB or at the store, right? Where you're checking out and they have candy bars there. You didn't know you wanted it, but now that
now
bitch
it's
is
there.
right there, like, fuck, I need to get it.
You just grab one.
And you're like, oh yeah, fuck it, that's fine, and you get it. So, but it teaches you first not to be scared. Just talk to the
That's a big
person.
deal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just talk to them. And if they do get angry, okay, thank you for your time, and leave. Don't make a big deal. Don't get
Don't make
in
it
an
personal.
argument. Nothing. Just, hey, thank you for your time. Leave. That's it. Go on to somebody else. They're not your customer.
Why is
Don't
it
focus
that-
on people that aren't your customer.
Why is it that people make a big deal of, like, when they get a no or when people are rude? Like, say I go up to you and you're like, hey, get the fuck out of here. Like, why do
would tell
people
you
get
that.
mad? I know. Why
I
do
would
people
tell you
get
that
mad?
for sure. You only.
Stupid.
No, well, there's why does the person that you're
Yeah,
the salesperson
no,
get
like,
mad?
You as
Or
a
why does
salesperson, yeah. Why
does a salesperson? Oh,
Yeah.
there's different. The way I see it, there's a few things. One is if the person takes it personal, the salesperson takes it personal, then that's why, because they see it as, well, maybe I'm not worthy enough, or maybe I'm doing something wrong and the training's not working, so they internalize that.
Yeah, they start
But-
putting themselves down.
Yeah, and they start
Right.
putting themselves down, but that's not, if somebody is rude to you, that's not a reflection on yourself. That's a reflection on the person that's being rude to you, unless you did something to them. But if you're just asking them
That's what I learned.
for a sale,
A lot.
that's different. Now, another thing that it could be as a salesperson is if you've gone, let's say, 2 months without a sale, 2.5 months, now you're desperate. You're getting desperate now, like, fuck, man, I haven't been able to make a sale. I got to make my payments. And here in this industry, if you don't sell, you don't eat.
Yeah.
Because it's 100% commission. Yes, there's other companies that pay
A draw.
but a draw or whatever. But if
Still,
you're
it's still
sales,
100% commission.
typically it's 100% commission. So if they haven't gotten a sale in a while, that's really gonna get in their head. Like, damn, man, and this sucks, bro. I don't know what to
starts
say
stressing out.
anymore. I need help, and that's why they might get angry. Like, hey, I'm just trying to feed my family here. and they see it as a personal attack.
Sure.
That they're taking money out of your pocket.
And I think
that's not what's happening.
Well, what people need to remember is that it's not the customer's fault that you haven't sold shit. It's not. It's not the customer's fault that you don't have money in savings to provide for your family. It's not the customer's fault that you're not going to eat. It's not. So I'll give you an example for me. One of the first times that I went door knocking and I was by myself, and I door knocked my own neighborhood, mind you, which should be easier because it's my freaking neighborhood. But nobody gives a shit, man.
Nobody likes it.
Hey, you think everyone is nice.
Yeah.
You start offering something.
Dude, it's always like that.
It's true.
So I door knocked at the first door, and he's like, "No soliciting, motherfucker." Gah! I was like, "What the fuck?" So the first thing you do is like, "Holy shit, it hurts!" Like, and then I thought, "Why? Why the hell? Like, I'm almost 40 years old. Why the hell would that hurt? It doesn't matter. Like, what happens if somebody comes into my house? I'm gonna be like, hey, get off my property the same way because I don't want. I'm real weird about privacy, so I tell them get off my property. So why would I expect anything different from them? And that was my issue. But it was only once. At the first one, I was like, fuck, this sucks. But then after that, they started calling me names and telling me get off their lawn, and I didn't care. It's like whatever, man. You just go door knock because the reason I kept doing it is my main reason is I knew that if I didn't get a sale, I had to go back to that shit job that I hated from 9 to 5 or whatever the case. It's actually retail, so it was even worse. I would have to work on Thanksgiving. I would have to work on Christmas. I would have to not have time to myself.
Oh, I hated that, man.
Fridays.
I worked retail.
Isn't this what keeps you going, though? Seriously?
Yes. I
worked retail for fucking 20 years, man.
There was one Black Friday that I worked 23 hours. Black Friday, man.
Where?
There at the Guess store.
The
outlets.
And then Guess was closed, dude.
23 hours in there.
That's fucking ridiculous,
can you cover for me? It's because I'm not going to be able to come. I'm a nice guy. Yes, I'll cover. Madre.
Oh, and that's good that we brought that up because that's part of the reason why I went into sales. I used to work in the restaurant industry and retail. Retail and restaurant industry, you don't have any freaking good days off. The days that you're supposed to be with your family, you're at work. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that crap. Oh, I never had any weekends. If you're in retail, you never have any weekends off. Shit.
Yeah, that's just for the
I
management.
hated that. Hey, Abraham, can you cover? Why? Why can't you just come to work? You're always asking me to cover for you, and I don't want to do that.
Because they want you to do it instead of them.
It's like right now in my current job, right? It's like you're supposed to work 4 days out of the week, right? And they supposed to give you your schedule every Thursday, but they give it to you on freaking Saturday or something like that, like late. And then on top of that, they give you an extra day to work, like 5 days total, but like late. So you cannot even like anticipate it, or kind of like you're all in a rush asking someone to pick it up for you, because you don't want to work extra.
Have you ever tried to say something about that?
Oh yeah.
And
when you sign a paper, they give you too much.
That's a good one.
Stuff,
Screw you.
Yeah, it's kind of hard though sometimes, because sometimes you cannot even do nothing either. You have two options: either you quit and that's it, it was enough, or you just handle it, swallow it. All right, let's go work extra.
That's what most people do.
Yes, that's what most people do every fucking day, man.
Yeah.
Every single day. So why do you keep doing it? I'm just wondering. Yeah,
well,
last put his ass on the spot.
Last time I mentioned it's just the house situation right now.
Give us names.
Yeah. No, right now it's just that house situation. I just wanna get ready, be clear, sure of that. I already have the house. I'm about to move in, and that's it. Now I can do more moves. That's what I'm doing.
I'm raising my hand.
You have the fear.
Wait, I'm raising my hand. Let me.
Go ahead.
Hey,
support me.
Exactly. Look, everything that he said, I've said to myself before, and I'm way older than him. And trust me, it's all bullshit and it's lies, dude, that you tell yourself.
Calling you out, dog.
Offense.
Boom. Red in here.
No. But seriously speaking, though, no matter how you cut it, It's fear that keeps you behind.
Yeah, a little
That's
bit.
what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a little bit. Stop fucking saying that shit, man.
That's true.
No,
That's
and
true.
he's like you said, fear that's keeping you behind. I've told a lot of people, man, come into sales, bro. Come into sales once you feel the energy and once you feel the freedom of being able to do your own schedule and stuff. Nah, bro, but what if I don't sell? And it's like Alan was saying that I've heard him say this before. Well, what if you don't show up to your job? The job that you have now, if you don't show up, you don't get paid, right? Well, same here.
I'm start thinking.
Same here.
different
If you don't
Yeah.
sell,
Now. Little by little. Give me.
little
give
by
my
little.
time.
If you don't
I just
sell,
like to push your buttons.
then you don't get paid. Over here, if you don't show up, you don't get paid. So I think they want to show up and get paid even if they don't do shit. But
They
at the
want
end
it
of the
freebie
day
and
is
easy.
if in your mind you're thinking to yourself, all I have to do is show up and make money. I don't want to live my life that way. I want to be able to do more. I want to be able to buy nicer things. And the way to do that is to keep pushing yourself to make more money and to have more freedom so you can do those things.
Okay, well, think about it this way. When you go get a job, say somebody tells you, hey, you're going to get a great job. Pays a lot of money, $80,000, which is actually a lot of money for most people. It's not a lot of money for me. I don't think that way. But say they pay you $80,000. You know for a fact you can do the math on your mortgage, your light bill, and if you don't want light bill, you can get solar panels. You can do your money on your gas, your food, your kids, your expenses, right? You can never, unless you do something else, you can never add to that. You can only delete, because if you're making 80,000, where the fuck is the other money? You're gonna run out of money. But in our industry, I tripped out. In our industry, it's uncapped. That means like, hey, okay, you're making 80,000, but hey, man, I really want another motorcycle. Well, then fucking sell more solar, and you can go buy yourself another motorcycle. So what if you want a Lamborghini? Okay, well, you're gonna sell a lot more solar, but you can't get there. What if you want to? I don't know. What is it that people want? You want to add a swimming pool to the house that you just bought? Well, then sell more solar, and you're gonna get whatever you want. Yeah, that's the point.
Because a normal job, it will be like, it doesn't matter if you do less or you do more, the pay will still be the same. You know, like freaking Juan over here did more, I don't know, cases, more work, bring up more customers,
And
whatever.
nobody cares.
And I didn't, but we both still got paid, I don't know, $15.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You know
it
what I
kills
mean?
your spirit.
And it kills
That's
your
what it
spirit,
does.
yeah.
Because you're like, hey, dude, why the fuck am I doing more if I'm getting paid the same as that guy over there that at $20 an hour or $30 or whatever the case is? Like, why am I doing more if I'm still going to make the same amount of money? There's no incentive. And if they're like, well, you get a bonus, okay, fine, but how big can that bonus possibly be?
So the question then is, what is the fear?
Yes.
What is the fear? What really is people's fear that they don't want to get out of their job?
I'll tell
so
you.
do something that's a little
Yo
harder
primero.
that they're, you know what I'm saying? What's the fear?
Shot. So check this out. At the beginning, when I started at this company, it was kind of like
El micrófono acá. Sí.
no. At the beginning, I start. Damon is just giving me the eyes, right? Like, stop fucking with it. So at the beginning, it's like, you know, like at any other job, you're kind of like all positive because it's something new.
Espérate. Ahora dale otra vez. Vámonos.
Let me
But
repeat
hey,
myself.
real quick, by the way, we have shit microphone holders. If you guys watch us on YouTube and just go and give us money through Patreon and buy new ones.
Oh yeah.
Dale.
Go solar. Yeah.
Or that.
So at the beginning, it was like any other job, you know, you start, you're all positive. It's a new experience. Everything is new for you. So you have that positive mind, positive energy all the time. So when you go to work, everything is cool, right? You want to do always more or whatever. You're learning on the learning phase, right? Once you have like 2, 3, 5 months, something like that, you already kind of like got used to it and you keep doing it, whatever. So something that happened to me was that I was always going extra days, working like back in the day, it was kind of like over 60 hours all the time, every week. And always working a little bit harder or a little bit faster to get that little incentive that they provide to us if you work a little faster.
What's the incentive?
The incentive is around, let's say your performance for the day, it was $100. Well, you don't get no incentive. You're just doing the bare minimum. The bare minimum is 95, and you don't get incentive though. But if you do,
were you talking about percentages or what?
Yeah, percentage.
Okay.
So if you do 120, 130% your performance for the day, that means that you're making all the assignments in less time. So you're saving company time, blah, blah, blah. So you get more incentive. Let's say per week, it was around $200 or $250 extra on top of your paycheck. So at the beginning, I was all the time, let's give it all, always extra. Let's go extra day. Hey, asking the team leaders, hey, you have an extra day? I got it. I'll work for it. You know, this, and that.
And now?
And even working sometimes, for real. So that's where I'm going. Like, even on some holidays that it was like days that you could take off or stuff like that, but they pay you how do you say? Time and a half. It was like, ooh, I want to work that day because I want to get more pay.
Yeah.
Right? It's time and a half. But later in the future, I started, like, once I got into sales, because Abby was freaking every single day telling us until I finally fell on it. And I liked it, though. I don't regret it. But there's something that I feel that I still missing, that I'm not going 100%. I'm still stuck in this job. Until
I'll explain what that is in a little bit.
Until a little bit. But now, little by little, now I'm not even picking up extra days. If they give me extra days, I'm just giving it away, telling everybody at the warehouse, like, hey, well, who wants my extra day? I don't even want it anymore. I don't even want to go extra anymore.
Why?
And now I'm just trying to do just the bare minimum, because I'm trying to focus a little more besides, like, obviously in me, like my mental health or whatever, spirit, everything, my energy, just to be energized and positive all the time about it, and think a little bit more clear and focus more now into this business, into this world of sales.
Well,
you know?
I'll tell you what, man, there's a big... Okay, go ahead.
You are right now where Damien was like 2 years ago.
No, further. But yeah, I've been on and off for a long time.
Yeah, because Damien had already gotten out of work, but his mindset was wrong. So he had to go back to work.
I'll tell you what, why this all happened, by the way.
Well, me, I'm going like off the work little by little. Last time they gave me the opportunity to go home, I'm like, fuck it, yeah, I'll go home.
Well, I'll tell you what. Look, first of all, there's a misconception about what you just said. You said that okay. How did you say it? You said that when you go to work, you do the bare minimum, right? Okay, so some would say, well, that's wrong because they're paying you to do an X job or whatever. But you know what? At a certain point, you gotta choose whether if it's right or wrong. That's a philosophical thing, man. It depends on who you are and what you believe in. But no, I was like, it's not wrong to want to take care of yourself. Now, eventually, if you keep doing that, it's like, it is wrong that you got to leave, bro. Like, you can't stay there because you're not doing any benefit. You're not benefiting yourself and you're not benefiting the company. So you should probably just fucking go. I know where you're at because when we discuss things like this, the first thing that comes up is like, well, how do you know? It's like, motherfucker, I know because I've been like this for 20 years, man. And it's way too long. I've been
depressed for 30 years.
Hey, for real, man. So I was with I had a career, and I'm going to put that shit in air quotes because it was a great time. I had a great time. I was with a great company for a long time, for about 9.5 years. After that, I was just over it. I was tired. I was not able to make more money that I was making, and I wasn't even making that much. Even 6 figures is not that much for me, at the low 6 figures. So I was like, okay, so what do? I got out of work, and then I got a bunch of other jobs. And why? Because of fear. Fear of I'm not going to make the mortgage payment because I have a house. I have to take care of the significant other because she wants bullshit to buy. You know, and stuff. And you want to go on your vacation once a year, and you want to do fun things because it's not all about work. But eventually I got to this point that I said, okay, you've tried going back and forth. You've tried to dabble into something new. You dabble a little bit, like just a little bit, like, oh, okay, I'm going to do a side gig. And then what happens with side gigs? You never fucking make any money.
No.
So you're not performing at your best at your job, at your 9 to 5. Yeah. And then you're not performing at your best at what you want to do. So then why the hell are you doing both? You just have to jump in. That's what it is. Now, I understand that people want safety. I'm not stupid. I didn't just get out with zero money. I did have very little money at the time when I just decided, hey, I'm out. However, I had already been building a business for the last how long? 5-6 years?
Oh, a while, man.
For a while. It's an online business that we sold all types of products that we import from Mexico. And I said, that is going to carry me through. And what happened? That shit carried me through until now that we're banking on all the solar sales. It's fucking great, man. But it is fear no matter how you cut it. Look. What are the excuses? And I've done them all before. Oh, it's because it's because the only one that I wouldn't know because I don't have kids is kids. The first thing you're going to say is that you use your kids. That's an excuse. And trust me, everybody uses it. And I don't mean just you. I mean, you too. But
and it's funny because when they asked me about freaking working out, I told them the freaking top 3 excuses. One of them is kids.
I'm
just using them.
It's weird that you just said that
right?
Because I was about to say this isn't just for sales and for leaving your job.
Yeah.
I've been trying to work out for a long ass time. Ask Alan.
Yeah, we can see that.
How long have I known you for? I don't know how many years. And this guy's always been about fitness and all that shit. And every time that I try to start, I always stop, and there's always an excuse. And I know they're excuses because I don't really want to do it. That's why, because
it's hard.
It's not because it's hard.
Priority?
It's because it's not my priority.
Sure.
My priority is our business, and then a bunch of other shit, and then working out. But that's why. But I know that's the reason. And by the way, I want to say this for the record that I think for the record that if it weren't for myself and for Damien, Alan, you would have never jumped into sales and gotten the hell out of there where you are, and you're not happy. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have gone and gotten my mountain bike, because I've been mountain biking now, and that's really fun, and I'm getting into shape. I know I got a gut, but that's my food. But I'll fix it little by little. But now I think we're helping each other. He helps us with working out, and
we have a group on WhatsApp.
Yeah, and staying fit, and we help him with, bruh, stop being a bitch, just sell, and that's it. And he tells us, stop being a bitch, just go work out.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
It is about thing. Isn't it? Seriously, it's about priorities.
It's priorities.
So why is it that then you're gonna go back to it? Why is it that you tell the customers that you have, because he sells whatchamacallit plans, meal plans and workout plans, right? So why the hell do you tell them that? But then you don't take your own advice when you're doing it.
Oh, gotcha, bro.
Man,
hey, we all are
body blows in el baño.
Everybody.
Hey, but seriously,
that's funny,
we all do that. We're all full of shit at one point or another.
Yeah, we're hypocrites.
Dude,
except me, just not you guys.
You are the best freaking psychologist, counselor, and everything. But when it comes about you,
yep,
and you don't take those advices, you know what I mean? Like,
why?
Freaking.
I always know what you.
It's hard to change, bro.
I always know what you need to do. But I don't know what I need to do.
Oh, yeah. That's for the record, that's Damien right there. Yeah. He always knows what other people need to do, and he gives you work.
That's right.
You do it.
Hey, if you're being unproductive, your ass is going to get some work.
Bro, Damien, come on, man. I've had 6 open heart surgeries, bro.
Hey, by the way, that is 100% on a serious note. Without going into much, because I don't know what information he wants to give. That's his business, not mine. But because he said it, he's had 6 open heart surgeries. What I always told him is, like, how stupid can you be that you are less likely it's less likely for you to have a very, very long life as compared to someone that doesn't have the heart conditions.
You said it the nice way. You say,
well,
you're going to die sooner, bro. You're going to die sooner.
All right, I'm going to say that shit. He's my brother, and I can say whatever I want.
It's all good. I got a good month.
We've been working together for a long time, and I don't give a shit about your open heart surgeries, and I don't treat him any differently because it's fucking wrong. because he needs to know that, okay, you know what? Before that, I want to get back to what I was saying.
Go.
No. Why is it like I always thought if I was in that situation, but I'm not, and I'm never gonna be, so I don't know. But it's like, why don't you think, okay, if I work out, my heart gets stronger, I'm gonna probably live longer because all studies show that if you work out and eat healthy, you live longer. But instead, I go to Church's Chicken and I fucking eat Church's Chicken all the time. Hey,
good shit.
I know it's good shit, but that's not the point.
Go.
The point is that it's like, okay, if you work out and eat healthy, you can have everything else. See or no?
Yeah,
that is the number one priority.
Yeah,
like,
and I get that. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. Everything is gonna go downhill from there.
No amount of money can fix it.
I get it.
And health is not also like, look, you can be like healthy, living, lifestyle, whatever, like on point, like eating healthy stuff or working out 1 hour or 2 hours a day, whatever, right? Every day. But also, it's not just that counts as a health. Health is like in general, also like mental health. Do you have stress? Do you have problems? Do you bring those problems to work, etc., etc.? So it's kind of like, it's not just eating healthy and working out. It's like a little more.
I'm going to answer your question.
Wait,
though.
no. Hold on. Before any of this,
okay, go.
Remember the question because, hey, guys, check this out. This is funny that we're talking about this.
You're asking shit and you let me talk.
No,
go.
somebody just sent me a message right now as we're on here that says, Damien, tell me why I was going to Instagram stories on my feed and one of your stories for Primetime Energy popped up. Haha. Either way, hope all is good with you and work, man. This is somebody that I was working with at a 9 to 5 that is still stuck doing that because he can't see it yet. It's a lot of it has to do with his age because he's very young and he's barely getting used to sales and management and, managing other people and stuff like that. But that's fucking crazy that we're doing that. I was like, what the hell? This person, by the way, never texts me. But anyways, Abraham.
Cool. To answer your question.
Yes.
I think the reason is because...
What's the question?
Repeat it. The question was, why don't I focus that if I know that I'm going to die soon, or not soon, but as compared to somebody that doesn't have a heart condition, I'm more likely to die sooner than those people. So why don't I focus more on my health than on the business or on anything else? And the reason I think is because my health is not something tangible. I don't see it. I don't touch it. I benefit from it because I have more energy and stuff. But when I work on the business and we sell, I know that money's coming in and I use that for other stuff. So I think it's that I like the vision to see in the long term that how can I explain this? That I don't want to wait for me to be working out for 10 years for me to understand, oh, yeah, I guess it was good for me. That's why I'm living
So you don't
longer.
want to put in the work?
No, I don't want to.
But you're willing to put in the work.
Yeah,
but why are you willing to put in the work for a business? That's what you're trying to
Because I'm telling you that if I put in the work, I see the results.
It's because that could be like another aspect.
In 30 days, you can see results? That's what he says.
That's another.
That was 90.
No, it's 20 if you're really dedicated.
If you're like me.
Hey, if you buy my program.
Yeah. If you're like me, it's 2 days, 10 push-ups a day.
No, so the thing is that...
Solar and working out.
No, go.
And meal plans.
Excuse you, go ahead.
So the thing is that like for example, in that aspect on health, like a lot of people say, like, money doesn't buy happiness or whatever, right?
But it does, bro.
It kind of like it's cool because you don't stress about money. You don't stress about money, and you always can have a little bit extra on your pocket to always provide to one of your friends or family members, and you're not like, oh, I can't now because I need to pay the electric bill because you're not going solar. You know what I mean? So the point is that what he does is that
advertisement.
He's kind of like his priority is this into sales, the business, and everything because the rewards of having that money is helping him to do like the bike riding. He feels healthier. He feels better. He likes it. He enjoy it, and you're doing it with your brother, and he enjoying it too. So it's kind of like another aspect of health, and that's why. That's how you see health.
Sure.
Look, good.
I'm gonna go back to money.
Thank you for defending me. Look, I've been. It's
because he's got 6 open heart surgeries. I gotta defend him.
And a pacemaker. Don't forget that. What he said. I've been to the gym when we went through a period that we didn't have any sales and we were struggling. When I go to the gym, that time that I went, or I've been a few times that we were struggling.
The one time.
I'm not in the gym.
He went with me 3 times.
I'm not in the gym. Oh yeah, I'm de-stressing. I'm more stressed because I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing here, trying to grow my fucking biceps when my business is struggling?
And not growing my
I'm gonna
bank
be
account.
screwed.
Okay, I'm gonna turn that shit
You know what I'm
around
saying?
on you.
So I'm more stressed in the gym, not less. So I went back home and I started working on getting leads.
I get that. Hey, I understand 100% that. But what you're not seeing, and I think I already got this down because I've been actually since January, motherfuckers, and I said it. Since January, I hadn't stopped working out. I was doing 3 times a week, full body, the one that you gave me, which is fucking difficult as workout. But then that worked. Now I'm doing lifting for mass and cycle. Mountain biking. Ponte el microphone. But
el microphone acá.
Let me go back to something that you said earlier, Abraham.
A ver, échale.
Because you said, he said, oh, money doesn't buy happiness.
bro, I'm not
and
scared.
what did you say?
It does.
It does. No, it doesn't.
Okay, well, if you're going to be a bitch and like, what's the definition of happiness?
No,
Hey,
man.
when you make a sale, give me the money.
When
then.
you're
I'm not talking about
when you
that.
have money,
Hey,
if you're
you
a
can
lot
fucking
less
wait.
stressed about a lot of shit. In my opinion, that's happiness, bro.
But let me tell
Go.
you,
Go.
in my opinion, because your opinion is stupid and it doesn't matter.
Go.
No, I'm telling you for real. I think what happens with money is that it amplifies what it is that you have right or wrong in your life. That's what it does.
Yeah.
And
Problem.
don't get me wrong. I am 100% is like, I can guarantee you, because I've been in this spot before. If you don't have money, okay, money doesn't buy happiness, but if you don't have money, I definitely fucking can tell you that it's going to be way worse for you and way more difficult, because now the extra stress of where is food going to come from? How am I going to keep the lights on?
Yes.
Unless you have solar panels with a battery. Things like that you think about is like, well, how am I going to pay for my car? How am I going to get to work? I don't have money for even bus fare. I get that. But that's not it. Happiness is still a choice. And you can make it having $2 or you can make it having $1 million. But it's way easier when you have $1 million because nobody's fucking with you.
Yes.
Because you can buy the mountain bikes that we just bought. For
Correct.
fucking-
And it's not, but at the same time, it's like, it's not all the money that you can get and everything. Like, you can have good money, like income coming in, but you just freaking wasted on stupid shit and you don't even know how to spend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, someone can have $1,000, 2 people, right? $1,000 every week, right? But there's one that always likes to party, always likes to spend the money on bullshit, just wasting it.
Yes.
And the other one, instead of doing all that bullshit,
Invest.
is just either investing it, saving it by just going visit family and the loved ones, friends, whatever, instead of just wasting it on stupid shit. You know what I mean? So it depends also the way you...
Yes,
kinda
how
like
you spend the money, of course.
use
Hey,
it.
well,
The-
speaking
what-
of money, I wanted to give this because I want to get your take on this.
Let me see.
Check this out. Everybody, if you can see it on the camera. Look at this. This is Bedard, by the way. It's a artist. I believe he's from the 80s. I got this at a garage sale for about $5, mind you. And this is very expensive. Look at what it says at the bottom. So there's 2 ducks sitting on a big-ass pile of cash looking at the horizon. And in the horizon over here, there's a $sign. And it says, the failure of capitalism. I have my own thought about this, and I'm about to fuck with this poster because I don't like that stupid quote at the bottom, because I'm going to explain myself right now, but let's see. Abraham, you go first. What do you think about this, exactly how it is?
What do I think about the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the quote either, the failure of capitalism, because everybody wants to bash capitalism. Oh, it's because people are greedy and they're going to just want more and more money. Because these 2 ducks are already sitting on a big-ass pile
Right.
of cash.
They already have everything, but
And
they
in
want
the
more.
horizon, they see a $sign. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's a $sign. So they're already sitting on the money and they want more. And I don't think that's a failure of capitalism. I think that's, in my opinion, that's what people want to do. They if you start a business, you're going to want to keep going and going and going. is there a point where you've already had enough and you shouldn't do that? I wouldn't be able to tell you because
I can't. A response to that
I can't tell you whether you've had enough or not.
Nobody can. It's only up to you. Dualan, what do you think about this?
Well, the first thing I thought when I saw those dogs is that little video. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram. It goes live, goes on and on and on.
Oh, yeah.
Like little donkey walking. No, but what I think, it was kind of like a little bit what he said at the beginning, Abraham, that they are sitting down on that big pile of money, but they're still dreaming on like getting more or reaching that goal. That's what I think. That's what kind of like.
Well, that's what that's what the artist is supposed to portray. That's what he's trying to portray. My issue with this, and I'm gonna scratch that shit out, and I'm gonna put the beauty of capitalism, not the failure, because look, for me, it's not about money. It's not just about money. I think what happens is that when people say shit like that, like it's a failure of capitalism because isn't this enough? Like, no. How the hell did humanity get to here? It's because somebody said, this isn't enough. I want more. I want to figure out what physics is. I want to figure out how the world works. I want to figure out how the universe was made and how it became. So if you do that, if you think that, once you have a pile of cash, like you don't do anything anymore because you're done. What the hell? That means that you're ready to die, and I can't do that, man.
And another thing is that a lot of people, they're not just motivated by money. They're motivated by doing more, by being more in their life. They want to be
version of success.
Yeah, their version of success, which is be number one in their industry, be number one in this, be number one in that, and they keep going even if they already have the money. It doesn't matter to them because that's not the game anymore.
Yeah, it's not money anymore.
And
it's impact.
It says failure of capitalism. What other system do we have? Communism is fucking shit, and socialism is trash too.
Yep.
Why? Because in socialism and communism, everybody is equal. Fuck all that equality crap. Equality should be only Equality is everybody has the same opportunity, not the same outcome.
Sure.
As long as everybody has the same opportunity, that's what I'm for. The government needs to get the hell out of the way and let people have the same opportunity. Now, if you get a different outcome because you played the game different, then that's your business. That's where you fucked up. And you need to figure out how to get to the top if that's your goal. And if your goal is to make $100,000 a year and live off of that, then good, that's your goal. But some people, that's not their goal. They want to make hundreds of millions, billions of dollars. And if you're the kind of person, because it pisses me off that people talk about capitalism and communism, socialism, all that shit. Who are you to tell them, oh, you can't make any more money because you already have enough? Well, guess what, bitch? You're making 100,000. I'm making 30. You give me some of your 100,000.
Sure.
Why does it only work when somebody has millions or billions? Well, and it's ridiculous, man.
I get it, but without getting too much into this, I'm going to tie this back into regular sales. For those of you that have teams, for those of you that are in the industry, and when you're talking about this, it's like, look, man, sometimes we say like, okay, if say Alan's goal is to make, he's like, all I want is to make about $500,000 a year for the rest of my life, and I'll be okay with that. Who am I to tell him you should want more?
Yeah.
So this is why we ask, what is your goal? Like I actually asked when you guys got certified, I asked in the test, I give them an exam. Every time that they get certified, they get an exam. And the exam, one of the questions is, what is your goal? Because if his goal is to make $50,000 a year, then I'm going to tell him, okay, all I need you to do is sell 5 solar sails or whatever the case to add to that. And once he's at 50, I'm going to say, okay, if you want more, you come and see me. If not, according to what you said, you're good. And I can't want it for him. What we forget as leaders, as managers, as owners, whatever, is that we think that everybody thinks like us. Well, how come you don't want to be a trillionaire? How come you don't want to be a billionaire? Like, well, motherfucker, because maybe I don't want that. Maybe money is not that important to me.
Yeah.
Maybe I already made up my mind that $200,000, $100,000 is fine. And that's okay. This is why you need to ask your team, where do you stand now? Where do you want to go? How am I going to get there? Or how am I going to help you get there? That's why we ask. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
what is your goal? Actually, I've never asked you on camera. I know what you put down on paper.
Well, I know, right? It's kind of hard goal.
Okay.
Kind of like, let's say, let me rewrite my words in my brain real quick. Because, like, for example, let's say when I start all this fitness journey, whatever, obviously I start getting into getting more knowledge, getting more information on how to be the best. So that was kind of like my goal on that fitness journey.
To be the best?
Right? To be the best on this contest that we were doing, right? Be on that contest, be on stage, as the performance and whatever, and do the best, you know? Oh, yeah, he was...
he sponsored
one of my sponsors. And it was super cool, right? Putting all that knowledge into like actual
so you can get the results.
Yeah, to get the results. And it was pretty cool. It was a cool journey and everything. But now when it comes about my personal life and everything, one of my goals is to be not to be the same person that I was last year. So it's kind of like I want to develop and sharpen my skills and learn new skills to how to be the best of me, and then that way I can put 100%, 150% effort on what I'm doing, which is in this business. That way the rewards will be like, yes, the sales and the money, because I'm doing it 100% based on all the knowledge that I'm getting.
So you want growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because this sales, I see it that it will help you in any aspect of your life. Negotiating, talking to people, creating relationship. It won't help me just only on, sell a solar panel systems and whatever, and that's it. No, it will help me in general on any aspect in life. You know, even asking my girl to go out on the weekend with the friends, I'm gonna negotiate it. Okay, baby, let me go out with my friends, and you will get this on Sunday.
That's true.
You know, like that's just a joke, right? But I'm saying it will help you in any kind of like any aspect. You know, so that's my goal. Be the best of. Like, create the best of me, you know, develop myself to a good point, and always be humble, you know, never be freaking cocky and shit like that, but always know where I'm stand on. But yeah, that's my goal.
Do you actually have a monetary goal, a number in your head that you want to hit?
Money is like, just bring it in more and more, man.
My goal keeps moving.
Yeah, it's not an actual goal though. Like, I just want to keep it growing.
I have one goal, a monetary goal.
My first goal.
What?
Okay, Jinx.
Go ahead.
The first goal for me is like when I start working, my first job. Oh man, my first job, it was freaking delivering brochures on houses. Actually, from freaking over there in Mexico. It was from Soriana, Gutierrez, Bodega. It was just freaking walking and getting that brochure in there. So I was like, okay, this is my salary, 4 days out of the week. And then I was like, you know what? I want more. And then I jumped into another job. It was with my uncle. He's an architecture. And I was getting paid weekly. It was good pay and everything. Plus, it was my uncle, special treatment. It was cool. But then I was like, you know what? I want more.
Good.
And I was jumping into, now I'm hitting this goal that I put myself to do this amount of money in 1 year. You know what? Next year I want to hit now this. You know, next year I want to now hit this.
Sure.
And I've been jumping from work to work into like, I want more. What do I need to do?
This is one of the reasons why you came on board with us, or actually, sorry, this is one of the reasons why we wanted you to come on board with us, is because we need in this industry and for ours in Primetime Energy, we need people that are never satisfied with what is the now. We fix our. We got to get better at service. We got to get better at making money. We got to get better at doing leads. We always have to get better. We have to keep raising the bar. So, going back to what I was gonna say earlier, my number one goal, and I've had this goal since I was about 5 or 6 years old when I understood what money was, and I was real small, is I need to make $1 million. That's it. First. That's not my ultra goal, because my goals are crazy. And I don't say them out loud because they're mine and nobody else's. But my goal is to make $1 million, as in, not in sales, because actually I have a dream board. You guys can't see it, but it's up there. There's a board with a bunch of different things that I want out of my life. But my goal is $1 million, and it's just a number. And now with inflation, $1 million ain't shit. So, but the point is that very, very, very little people in your life will ever hit that. And that's what I want to do. I want to be at the top of the mountain because I'm like, okay, I worked so hard that I want to get there. And it's just $1 million. And then after that, I'll move my goalposts. But I want to do that. They always say the first million is the hardest. After that, it becomes very easy because your mind block goes away. Because now you understand that you can be a millionaire.
Yeah, and getting into that point, it's a whole different level. It's a whole different mindset that you have to put yourself. Because, like, let's say that about like going from work to work because always you want more. You're like just like hungry or always hungry.
Yep.
You want more, right? It's kind of like, all right, last year I was here. I was just partying with these friends. I was not going anywhere, and I was not getting grasping any knowledge. What
Only
am I
grasping
doing?
Asses.
I work, right? Balls and shit. But I'm saying, in that case, is like, I don't want to be with the same people who is just dragging me down, not going anywhere like in life, and all they do is just party, and they're not growing as like in business type or person or whatever. And the next conversation will be, hey, what we're gonna do next weekend? You know, like just another party, just like wasting more time and shit, instead of getting with the right people. You know, like there's a saying, I forgot who say it, that like chickens don't fly with eagles. You know, like eagles fly with eagles, same feather and everything. You know, so it's kind of like
birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, Les
exactly.
Brown says that.
Exactly. So,
Les Brown.
Yeah, Les Brown. So it's kind of like that's one of the things that I like about you guys, because you always at the same time pushing me to, I need to know more.
Sure.
You know, I need to know more because these motherfuckers know something that I don't know. I want to be at the same level. Let me learn more. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you always hang out with the party people. All you know, it's about different drinks, how to get more drinks and shit, you know. But now you hang out with the guys that are making money, and
so what's gonna happen?
Sooner or later,
you're gonna make money.
It's gonna rub on your face and like, what the fuck? I want to make money too. Let me hang out with these guys.
Isn't that a trip, man?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You become, or not that you become, but people rub off on you. It's like you are the company that you keep. That's
you
what
get
they say,
influenced by them.
Yes, that's true. Mm-hmm. And hopefully we're still a good influence in a while from now. But it's the same way that, okay, now look at us. We got mountain bikes. We're working out more. Like, do you think that they just came up? No. Yeah. It's because this guy's fucking big. And I was like, bro, why do you got to be so big all the fucking time? So now I have to work on my arms and I have to do a bunch of different things. And that's good. This is why we got to step out of the comfort zone and get with people that are completely opposite of us or are doing things that we want to do. Isn't that true?
Yeah, because we'll learn from them. They know what's up. It makes sense, bro. If you're hanging out with shit,
you're going to be shit.
No, yeah, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get shit, unfortunately. But that's why you got to choose your friends wisely.
So what happens when... Actually, no, I'll give everybody that's watching this a little bit of a heads up about you. Because I remember a few months ago, it was, hey, man, it's because I got to get a plan. I got to get X amount of money in my bank account because I got to get out of work and all that. And then he got fucked at work by some situation that he got passed over by somebody that he feels that wasn't.
Was it?
That wasn't.
Huh?
Yeah.
Was it a dude?
Yeah.
You got fucked by a dude?
But that he feels that, you know, that he had more experience and all that, but he got passed over, and that's what happens. So now he's pissed off, and now he wants to leave more. So look, I honestly tell you,
completely.
Okay,
you can see it, bro.
My mindset when I left my work, what did I do? I left like that. No, very little in savings. I had a bad time. I had a bad year, especially after COVID, for like everybody else. And I said, if I put my back to the wall, I've always been resilient as a person. If I put myself against the wall where there's nowhere else to go but forward, what happened? Look at this. I'm fucking happy. I'm not even mad anymore. I don't throw shit around the house like I used to. Seriously. And my girl says the same thing, like, oh my God, you're always so happy. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not at some shit job. I hated being there. I would get home. I would be pissed off. I hated it. Now it's like, okay, well, what are we doing? Look at this. Look at this.
This is great.
We're good. Like this is a great conversation we're having on the podcast. Right now, after this, we're gonna go hit the workout. We're gonna do a trail, and then after that, we got to get back to work because we need leads, and we need to sell solar. But we are able to choose when we do what we do and how we do it with who we want to do it. That's always been my goal with sales. Stop telling me what to do.
For real.
And if I have enough money, and honestly, I don't even care about having a lot of money. As long as I have enough money to pay the bills, and let's just say for the next 2 years, it's such a weight off your shoulders. It really is. It's like, well, what are you going to do today? I don't know. If I fucking want, I'm going to go watch 4 movies or 5 movies at the movies. Why? Because I can. Motherfucker, because I can.
Yeah.
That's it.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
One of my goals, I'll get there eventually, is I may have, no, I don't know. No, I want more money to be able to do it, so I don't feel bad about having done it. But one of my goals is to go to a carnival where they have a bunch of games and spend as much money as I want, getting as many big-ass teddy bears as I can get, because I like the game where you throw the ball and you break the plates. I like that one. I like the one with the darts. I like the one with the gun that you have to shoot out a star. It's really hard.
Yeah.
But I want to get to a place financially that I can be there all day and I'll spend as much money as I want. 5,000, 10,000. I don't give a damn, because I'm there to play. And that's what I wanted to do since I was a little kid. And I'm going to get there eventually. Yeah. It's a little thing. And I don't want to just do it with myself. I want to share it.
Sure.
So also my other thing that I want to do is, so there's 2 more. Another is rent out a place like a main event type of thing, or a Santicos or whatever it's called, and rent it out for anybody to go in for free and just play for free. Yeah. So like have an event for anybody and everything is free. The food is free. And not drinks. I don't drink.
Hey,
but
we could do
whatever.
that as Primetime Energy already.
So we can do that. And
that'd be cool.
The other goal was, so the first one was the carnival. The other one's like a main event. And the other one is, I don't give a damn about sports. I don't give a shit about sports. I'll watch the Major League Baseball because I kind of like it, but I don't follow it. And I hate going to a restaurant when there's a game and there's dumbasses yelling. I hate that shit. Oh, bro, it's my team. Bitch, that's not your team. There's an owner and they have a coach. It's just not your team. But I understand like how they get all horny about it, but it just bothers me. So what I want to do is I want to rent out a Buffalo Wild Wings because I love Buffalo Wild Wings, bro. I want to rent out a Buffalo Wild Wings.
And they don't pay us for this ad.
No, they don't. Shit service, but the food's good.
Advertisement.
And so Buffalo Wild Wings on fucking
Super Bowl.
On Super Bowl day, I want to rent that bitch out and only for myself, so I can eat wings in there with all the TVs off by myself. And then once the Super Bowl's over, people can go in. I don't give a shit.
Just to be petty.
Yes, because I want...
Tom Petty.
No, I'm trying to find a place to eat, and there's a bunch of idiots yelling. Fucking stop, bro. I have
saying hi to all the people on the door,
right? On the window. Hey, let me finish my wings,
I wonder how that would work. I mean, with enough money...
I'm sure with enough money, you'd be able to do it.
Would shut down.
But I want to do that, bro. I really do. Go to a Buffalo Wild Wings, shut that bitch down during Super Bowl, not let anybody in, eat my food, wait until it's over, and then bounce.
By the way, this is for real. I've heard this story. Man, we've been talking about this for a long time. I am a little different. First of all, I don't yell like an idiot when I'm somewhere, so that's not me. But my sport is MotoGP. As you guys can see in the background, there's MotoGP hats everywhere.
That's all right.
MotoGP, motorcycles are my thing. That's just my thing. And I watch it when there's a MotoGP race, I'm watching it no matter what happens. And now I can do it because I have the subscription. And I love it, man. That is my sport right there.
The one in
I don't
Austin
care about anything else.
recently, right?
Oh, yeah. We just went to the Austin one. Well, actually, you didn't get to go.
but
You didn't
I
go.
went. I
We
was
went,
working.
yeah.
He was working.
We went
At the
2
bodega.
days. We missed one of the days because actually we missed one of the days. Why? Because we were at a
Because
sale.
we were at a sale, yeah.
Now,
It's all good.
think about it this way. Look, we want to all have fun, right? But responsibility is responsibility. And as owners, what did we say?
Sales
I
come
paid a
first.
lot of money. Yeah, and I paid a lot of money for those tickets. But it was on a Friday, and I said, it's fine. It's FP1 and FP2, which is free practice. I said, you know what? What happens? Sales come first, and we had to go to that sale. We were there from 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m.
Yeah.
And it didn't even close. Look. But
all good.
And we missed it. But it's all good. Point being was that as an owner and as a hustler, is it more important for you to go see the race, or is it more important for you to sell? And in this case, it was sell because there was also 2 other days. So, but sometimes you have to say no to everything. Like, hey, no sales, no nothing, because you need time to yourself. You really do.
But not
Like when
too
you hook
often.
off to-
Not too often, because then the whole you
'cause then
eventually
you throw
run
it
out of
away.
money to be able to have that fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's why you pick and choose.
Unless you already have that pipeline going.
That's one of my things right now, learning on how to say freaking no sometimes. Like the majority of the times, but not all the time.
Sure.
You know, just to say no. Because I'm like that type of person that freaking...
You want to help.
I want to help, you know?
You
Yes.
can't always help,
Yes.
though.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's like,
I'll
hey, can
help.
you help me move this? Like, no.
it's hard
Yeah.
though, right?
So-
it's
Yeah,
hard to say
sometimes
no.
hard.
How do you
Yeah, it's hard to
choose?
say no.
Especially if you have it since you were little, you know?
So, but how do you choose who to say no to? What do you tell yourself in your head?
It will depend if I... what can I say?
What if I ask you, hey, help me do this, or you can't sell solar anymore? How about that?
Not that,
I'm
Nah,
kidding.
Let me see.
No,
not
but
the
how do you
same.
choose?
Try to...
because that's a threat.
I know.
Let me see an example.
Okay, while he thinks,
Oh,
how
yeah,
do you
that
choose?
No,
for
he's
sure.
thinking.
Okay.
Let him
For
think.
sure, I say no.
Huh?
Trying to look an example.
Abraham, what do you think?
Wait, he's thinking.
Yeah, you go first.
Oh, okay. How do I say no? It depends who it is and it depends what they want me to do.
Okay. How do you
If it's
distinguish
something
between
that's going to
people?
take me a long ass time, then I'll be like, I can't do that, bro, because I got other shit to do. If I do have other shit to do. If I don't, then I'll help them out. But if I do have other stuff to do, then I'll tell them, look, this is what my schedule is looking like. I can't do that. Or maybe I'll tell them, hey, I can send you to someone that can help you with that.
Yeah, I got an example
Go
now.
for it.
Like, good
Fucking
example.
10 minutes later.
I know, right? It's about to be done. No, the great example, it was like before is this guy. I don't want to say his name.
Acércate, señor. Acércate, señor.
So this guy,
Está bien.
right, asking me for help. It's a family member, right? From my girl's side.
Okay.
Right? It's a family
Ya
member
valió
from my
madre.
girl's side.
Definitely don't say his
They're gonna
name.
learn. They're gonna hear. But
And
every
the sound
time he
effects
was
button.
helping asking for help, okay, I'll do it. Thinking, because he was saying, thinking that it was gonna be fast. He had everything ready, lined up, ready to go, pick up, and ready to drop off. Little things like that. And it was like, all right, it's gonna take an hour or 2 hours maximum of my day. Oh my God, from freaking the evening, like 4 or 5, all the way to freaking 12, 1 a.m.
Fuck
God, and everything, just because, and that was twice, just because I said yes, for the help.
And you didn't understand the first time.
Yeah.
And you
I
said
did.
it twice.
I was like, maybe this time is different. Now he learned.
And maybe it wasn't.
And
he-
he didn't learn.
And he didn't learn. So it was, now I'm like, man, because the first time it was like, man, next time have everything ready, this and that, because next day I gotta work, blah 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 blah. Right? He will learn. Next time he asks, same bullshit, man. Fuck you.
Hey, but you know why that is, honestly? Because I've known you for a long time, and a lot of the times, and I can see it in your face, but you don't say it. You want to say something, but you keep back because you have a filter. Like, you don't want to be mean, and it's like, hey,
Yeah,
you can
sometimes.
easily, sometimes. And it's actually a good thing. It's not always a bad thing because we can't just be assholes all the time.
Yeah.
Because then you're never going to have any friends and nobody's going to like you like Abraham.
I'm an asshole a lot of
filter
the
the
time.
shit.
But seriously, what I'm saying is that because you feel like, you have to say yes. Like, why the fuck do you have to say yes? You don't have to.
No.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example for me. This is how I cut my line at who I help and who I don't. First and foremost, if I know somebody, if I just began, like just to say, Alan and I just became friends, I always offer assistance to him first. I always offer respect first, and then I see if I get it back. So, for example, hey, do you need some help? I'll help you. So I'll offer first. And then if for some reason at another point he never offers, or if I ask him, hey, can you help me out? Hey, nah. And it's like, okay, now I know who that person is. And now I have a line of how to distinguish them from a real friend to an acquaintance or anything in between. Like there's one person in this world, very few people can do this to me. And there's only one person outside of Abraham, but he's my brother. So I have to fucking do shit all the time that I don't want to do.
Do it, bitch.
But the other one person, who is it? You already know who it is.
Rules.
Pinche Rules.
Rules.
My friend Raul, he's my best friend in the world. If that guy asks me, bro, can you come over here? He lives about 4.5 hours away. Can you come over here? I need your help. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to go over there. I'm not even going to ask. I'm going to be like, fuck it. When do you need me there? But for real. But he's one of the few people that I do that for.
Give me a glass of water, bro.
Scratch my back.
Fuck, that's too gay, bro. I can't do that shit. But seriously, that's who I do it for. And you have to pick and choose who that is.
Correct.
Yeah. And a lot of the times, what is it that we do? If it's a woman that asks us, it would be like, fuck, you automatically say yes. Why? Because there's sex, there may be sex involved. And I was like, bro, that is the worst, man. I'm like, just because they have the golden peach doesn't mean that you should just go do whatever you want. Yeah. And Abraham can tell you a bunch of stories on that.
Bruh. Hey, can you help me with this? Oh, fuck.
Hey, but
I have to.
How does this tie back into sales? Seriously, how does this tie back into sales? Let's just say, okay, Alan went to his 9 to 5 that he's going to leave eventually when he stops being a little bitch and stops being scared. So once he leaves, he's going to be like, okay, he has a choice to make. Let's just say that his day, he planned it out and he says, okay, from 9 to 12, I'm going to door knock. From 1 to 3, I have a lead that I have to go sit and pitch. And then from 5 to 7, I'm going to door knock. What if somebody calls him? That's not us, because it's a little different for us because we're already friends and we work together. But let's just say some random ass person that is an acquaintance says, hey, Alan, can you help me move? It's going to be from 12 to 5. What do? He now has to choose whether to say yes or no to that person. So what's more important to him? And in this case, in my opinion, because it's an acquaintance, bro, I can't help you. Yeah. I can help you with feria. Like, I can give you some cash so you can hire someone. Maybe you could do that. Hire somebody to move. You don't pay for the whole thing, but you can give them $100, $50. If you're able to, why not, right? Because you want to still be nice, fine. But it's like, bro, no, because time is always, always, always a concern. Because you only have enough time. Like right now, it's already 11:15, and we're being very productive. This is a productive thing for us. And then what happens after this? Work out and then work. And it's fine. And I have gotten requests, by the way.
I'm hungry.
Hey, can you call me? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, fuck no. Why? Because I'm busy.
I'm busy, bro. Don't be stupid, bro. Don't be asking for stuff. No, I understand. I get it.
Especially you with Photoshop. People want you to do Photoshop all the time.
Then now...
Well, it depends, though, too, because if it's a friend, I don't mind, bro. Once in a while, it's all good. But if I know it's going to take a long-ass time, I'll tell them, hey, right now I can't do it, but I'll move it to another day.
Right.
Right now I can't, but I'll move it. If it's a friend, if it's just some random-ass person, it's like, bitch.
Fuck no. Why you even ask me? Awkward.
No, because I'm pretty sure I ask them for shit, and they're going to find out they're going to find every excuse in the book to say no to me. Nah, madres, perro.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? You learn that with time. Honestly, you learn that with time. I didn't used to always be this way. Hey, can you help me with this? Oh, sure. And then can you help me? Fuck no. It's like, bro, seriously, I just help you do everything.
For
Like,
real.
okay. And you start thinking, now you know how to distinguish between your real friends and your acquaintances and people that you may or may not, care about. But I'm like that. That's also why we have like this amount of friends. Our group is very small.
I think that's for
Yeah, for
everybody,
real.
though. A lot of people don't really have real friends.
But
That's true.
Yeah, like especially right now with social media and everything, sometimes it's just a bunch of
My
fake friends
friends.
out there,
My
friends,
my
It-
friends.
it's
As
the-
my friends,
It's
they're
like
not your
those
friends.
recent videos, images that I see about, they're talking about like you have these thousands of views on your video about your business or about some video, whatever. You have like 10,000 views, but only like 10 likes,
Right.
Because there's people that they just
hating,
fake
just watching.
They just want to watch, stalking at you, what you're doing. And there's people that actually get like happy for you to doing good
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh, that's rare, man.
And that's rare. Yeah, like it would be like hard to like when you hear it from someone, even you're kind of like a little bit like, oh, he's happy for me. That's cool.
I'll give you a good
Yeah.
example. When he got his bike, I've been wanting a freaking Yamaha R6 like that for a long time. And I didn't hate on him. Like, fuck this guy. He got an R6 before me. No, all I said was, badass. Let's go take that bitch out for a ride.
Yeah.
Because I was truly happy for him. And that's it. You have to be.
Yeah, I think they
No wonder I
they
fell
say that.
on the corner.
No shit. Stupid ass, dude. Stupid accident.
Driving
was-
too fast.
Yeah, he was riding. He was
Riding
riding.
too fast,
Riding too fast right behind me and trying to catch up. And then, oh shit!
There was dirt in the corner.
I know. It was when they were doing the construction.
It
Whatever.
was Damien and then him and then me. He fell. I jumped him.
That's stupid, bro.
I just
Front flip.
and then I turned around like, what's up? What happened?
Hey, so
So-
we didn't even go back to that other thing that I wanted to discuss today. Is,
Which one?
So how do you keep happy doing this? Because this isn't all happy all the time. Solar
Oh,
cells is
yeah.
hard, man.
Oh yeah.
Like the
It's
guy that calls us
stressful.
600 times.
Oh yeah, sometimes it's stressful though, but it's part of the job. You already know. Once you start getting into it, you start realizing how the job is. So either you go with the flow and kind of like try to find the way to solve it or something, or you just don't want to
do
deal
shit.
with it or don't do shit. Yeah.
What was the question?
How do you stay happy?
Happy?
Because
Well,
you're
I
always
don't.
pissed.
I don't strive for being happy. I'm always pissed. I don't strive for
I know.
being
I
happy
just said
though.
that shit.
I don't strive for being happy.
Okay. You try to be effective, which makes you happy.
No, I strive to. It's because I already separated myself from having a regular job. That's not an option for me.
Me neither.
So it doesn't come into
Almost
my
there.
mind.
Almost there.
You're almost there. But for me, having a regular job doesn't come into my mind.
Baby steps.
So,
But what does that have to do with
No,
happy?
what I'm asking is because a lot of people, their happiness is from, because if this is really hard and I could just easily go back to having a job, it makes, there's a disconnect in their brain between
Like
why
plan
am I
B.
doing this when I could be over here doing this and it's easier and making money. But that disconnect doesn't happen for me because that's out of my head.
Like there's no way.
So there's no way I'm going back.
Sure.
So for me, I don't strive to be happy. I strive to grow the business. I strive to do better than I did last year. That's what keeps me going. And what keeps me going too is I don't want to fuck everything up that I have right now so that I am forced to go back to a regular job. That's very unlikely because even if I were forced, I'll find something to do, man. I'll
Sure.
sell shit.
There's always
I don't
other
care.
stuff.
Yeah, I'll find stuff. I'll go pinche. What a lot of people do, they go to Goodwill and get shit and buy it.
Yeah,
If
resell
I
it.
have to do that, I'll do that.
Hey, that's exactly what I
And
said.
there's a lot of money in that.
Hey.
I don't want to because I find that shit boring as hell. I don't want to do that.
Sure. But it's,
But if I
it's
have
a better
to,
alternative.
it's better alternative than to go back to a regular job. So I don't. It's not. Oh, I want to be happy doing this. Nah, bro. It's just this is it. This is your life because this gives me money. It gives me time to do whatever I want, and this is what I wanted when I had a regular job. So I'm here now.
So
This is
okay.
it for me.
So you're getting your happiness. I guess
Now it's time to
coming
grow.
automatically.
Now
because,
it's time to grow.
Okay, but it's coming automatically because you're already doing what you said you were gonna do, and you're doing it well.
Yes, that's why.
That's good.
Because I'm already there.
Hey, this is the other reason. When remember I told you we have the two businesses side by side, but I don't dedicate as much time to the other one. So, for example, say we work 5 days. Well, we work 7 days a week, like 16 hours a day on solar. But let's just say that I want to take a day off. My day off is not a real day off. No. I have to do the online sales because what if something happens and solar goes to shit everywhere? You never know. What if the industry collapses? What if there is government overtake and they just take over solar? You can't sell it anymore because they're going to provide it. Whatever the case, right? So now I have another way out, and it's another stream of income. So what I tell him is like, hey, I'm not going back to a 9 to 5, and I always hit something because I just want to make sure that I tell that to myself because there's no fucking way in hell somebody's going to force me to go back to do that. So if something happens, you can always resell product, anywhere. Yeah. That's been around. I mean, from the caveman days, you traded a rock for, I don't know, a chisel or whatever they had back then. You traded a chicken for, actually a few chickens for a goat.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. So you're basically buying shit and you're reselling to someone else. You can always do that.
Because it was like, I think you told me once, like what was it? It was a seasoning thingy.
Oh,
they don't sell it over there, but they sell it in here. And they buy it
the
from
McCormick
you.
seasoning.
Yeah.
Bro. Stupid, man. But it's because people have what most people don't understand in general about online sales is that, say, for example, you go to Dollar Tree, which is a big one. Dollar Tree, they have a soap that's $1, right? Here. Mm-hmm. Now, why would anybody pay more than $1? Well, think about it this way. What if there's no Dollar Tree in Montana, in the middle of the fucking mountains, but FedEx can go there? So what do? Yeah. They get online, they buy it, and you ship it to them. So that $1 soap can sell for $6 or $7. That's a 500% markup. Are you fucking kidding me? Why would you not do that? And he was talking about McCormick because I found these seasoning things. They're super cool, actually, and they're very good. They're very tasty. I bought them four for $4.10. So it was like $1.02 a piece. And they were selling, bro, you have no idea, $16 for one little thing like that. And I'm like, fuck, dude. So what did I do? I said, boom, bitches. I cleared out the shelf. I bought like $100 worth, and I turned them into, I think it was a little bit under $900. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But point being is that I'm not doing that anymore because I'm focused on solar. You got to focus also.
If people are willing to spend the money on it, then there's going to be... Speaking of this, they always say that there's during a downturn, like with COVID, they say that there's the people that cry and como dice que la gente que llora y la gente que vende pañuelos.
Oh, yeah. So there's people
that cry and there's people that sell the handkerchiefs to cry on.
Yeah.
So we want to be the people that sell the handkerchiefs to cry on.
Yes.
Because that shit is going to, if things go to shit, which they likely are, and they do, are you going to be the one that's just going to be crying and being a bitch about it? Or
you're going to do something about it?
Are you going to do something about it?
We're doers.
It's like when they had the gold rush, they said when they had the gold rush in California back in, was it the 30s and the 40s or something like that?
A long time ago.
Was it I don't even know, it was the 1800s. Fuck the year, it doesn't matter. They had a gold rush. And there was people making money off of the gold, and there's people making money off of the tools to mine the gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there's always a way to make money.
You know what I'm saying? It's true, bro.
It's just like, like you said, like either you just cry, blame on everybody, or point fingers.
1848 to 1855 was the first California gold rush.
1800s, not
1848 to 1855.
That was way off on that, bro.
No, they still mined it until after that. But you're
never.
Fucking off,
just once.
Dumbass.
Just once.
Hey, write some facts down for next time.
So that dumb. So are you gonna cry or are you gonna be the one selling the handkerchiefs?
Yeah, because like there's a lot of pointing fingers. It's easy. Blaming someone, it's easy. And you could do something about it. You could have another source of income over here and sell something or do something. So that way you always...
Well, actually, I have a great example like you, okay?
No, and speaking of that...
right now we have ads running, right, on Facebook and Instagram and shit like that. We've gotten leads already, but we don't have a lot of leads. So what does he do, Alan? He's like, okay, well, there's no leads coming in from the Facebook ads yet. So what do? I got a door knock.
Yeah. In the
Instead
meantime,
of saying, oh my God, I'm just going to sit here like a fucking idiot and not do anything. Like, nah, bro, you got to get up and do it.
Yeah.
And if door knocking doesn't work, what else do you do? Shit. Okay. I got to figure something else out.
No, because this is what I was doing. Like, I was like, all right, door knocking is not working. Lately, I haven't got any appointment set or so whatever. Let me advertise myself on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Hasn't worked lately. Let me, you know what? I have a bunch of contacts, old contacts. Let me see. Let me go through them. I have a bunch of contacts on Facebook, on Instagram. Let me go through them and contact them. All leads from last year. Maybe now they're interested this time. Blah, blah. Let me contact them. You know, like little things like that. There's always a way. But if you just sit down and not worry about it, but not even think about it, like think it through, you
got to deplete all your options. You got to go through all your options, and there's always options.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you can always do something else. You can.
And with COVID, that everybody said, or the other jobs are safe, secure jobs. They're not secure.
Fuck secure
and
jobs,
everybody
man.
found that shit out with COVID.
Even now.
Oh yeah.
And even now, when COVID was going on, we were still working. We were still door knocking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people got mad that we were door knocking at their house and they were getting scared that they're going to get sick. And I understand that. But we still made sales.
And for YouTube,
for
YouTube, this we were saying COVID, not in the context of actually talking about COVID. We're just saying so we can understand what we were doing in 2020 while this was all happening. You got to say bullshit like that. If not, they flag. They cancel the fucking video.
Yeah.
Anyways,
no context como pendejos, esos animales. Oh, I didn't actually listen to it and look at the context. I just heard COVID.
Whatever.
Fucking idiots.
But anyways.
Anyway, so yeah, that's it. We went door knocking. We did what we had to do because...
And there was sales.
Why would we just wait around for a full day or a full year? And that's going on like 2 years already. That
or
the
for
government
somebody else to take care of you.
Yeah. For the government to do whatever they need. Screw that.
Yeah.
Go out there,
you gotta do
work, and get it done. That's it.
Seriously, isn't that so great? No, shit. 6 open heart surgeries. Ah! Right. Fucking pacemaker going ballistic.
Let's go for a 7th.
As we go along and you guys hear more of these podcasts, by the way, Abraham is always like that. He's always on fucking edge. They're ready to pop out.
Everything pisses me off for some reason. Something's wrong with me. I need to see a psychologist.
Definitely. I fucking second that. Hey, Primetime Energy can pay for that shit.
Could you please? I need to go talk to someone.
Go solar today.
No, but
sir,
I'm glad that we had the discussion on sales in general, how to keep yourself happy. And I'm honestly glad, and we were talking about this yesterday, Alan, we were like, okay, Alan's actually changing a lot. Like his mindset is way different because yesterday he said, hey, send me some pictures. I'm going to put them in some place that I'm not supposed to put them in. Fuck it. And they fire my ass. You know what? I think honestly, this is where you're at. You are still in between. Like, you don't want to pull the trigger, but if somebody shoots you, like if you get fired, you can be like, fuck it. You're doing shit because I did that. You're doing shit to get yourself in trouble, whether you know you're doing it or not. You're doing shit to get yourself in trouble so you can get out and have an excuse.
He's on his way out.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's fine, bro. Your mindset is changing.
So his girl won't say, why the fuck did you just leave? Why did you just leave? You don't have babies or what?
Shit.
Kids.
Nah, for real.
Excuses.
Yeah, because sometimes I think about myself. What I was doing last year.
Acércate tantito, señor.
How I used to. I think that like what I was doing last year. How I used to think last year. Like little things like that. Just, It changed. You know.
We remember, and do you know why? Because you keep. First of all, this is also why a secondary reason why we always send pictures of us bike riding, because you're gonna be like, fuckers, man. I'm over here fucking in the warehouse riding the pinche forklift, and these motherfuckers are mountain biking. I want to do that. That is what it is, for real. And it's not to do that, not completely anyways.
Not in a,
but
like
seriously, okay, if somebody gave you a choice, let's just say that, would you rather be driving a forklift or spending time with your kids and your baby, which is she's small?
It's like this freaking Saturday. It was playoffs for my oldest one, right? Football playoffs, and freaking needed to work. And I was always trying to freaking Saturdays, let me get my day off. Let me try to ask somebody to switch days, whatever. I was always doing like that, right? And then Saturday, I couldn't do anything. And I was like, you know what? Fuck. I'm going to miss it. And both of my kids are going to be playing, but I'm going to miss them. Well, actually, one played until 4:30, though. But the other one, I needed to go out at lunch, like quick, watch 20 minutes, and then go back.
That fucking sucks,
You know?
bro. And you know what? You never get
Yeah,
that time
sucks,
back.
and I thought about
seriously,
it.
and you're never going to get that time back. You're
Yeah.
never going to see that game again. You're never going to see that age again.
Yeah.
You're never going to, like, really, like, later you're going to say, because I've said this a bunch of times, and I said, I was a fucking idiot because I stayed there and I missed out on my parents. I missed out on my parents, like, through a certain age. I missed out on times that we could have spent at New Year's Eve, like with mom and dad, popping fireworks like we used to. Thanksgivings, I've missed Christmases. I mean, come on, man. Seriously?
Yeah, for real.
God damn it. I can't believe I did it for so long. Every Thanksgiving, by the way, I hadn't had one off in like 19 years. This is bullshit. Who the fuck? Like, why do you have to work on fucking Thanksgiving? Seriously?
Yeah.
But now what I'm going to do this year, and I'm going to go, whatever's open, I'm going to go piss them off. Because I know how it feels like, and I'm going to tell them, you know what? If you don't want to be here, come and work with Primetime Energy. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Seriously, people need to know that there's another way out. It's not for everybody, by the way.
Yeah, because, like, for example, some of the people that now they want to, like, let's say right now in their mind is kind of like they want to try it out and work with us. It's actually one of the guys that worked with me to Austin last time on, when was it? Friday?
Door knocking?
Friday, I think so.
Sure.
Yeah, they worked there with me at HEB too, and it's kind of like they the majority of the people sometimes there, the warehouse, it's like a mini city inside the warehouse.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that think that there's nothing else better than that, you know? Like, there's nothing else. There are no more options. This is the best. They treat me like the best and blah, 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 you know? And just with little things that they give us, like, let's say, for example, last week they give us just $200 cash just for being employees from there, and turkey coupon and $25 per 25% off of whatever groceries you buy.
Nice.
In there, right? But those little things,
Actually pretty good though.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the
they
company-
keep 'em. They
but
That's what we're doing with
that's
Primetime.
that's what a lot of the people there, they think that's the best.
Oh.
There's nothing else out of there. Nobody's gonna treat them different, you know.
Yeah.
But when they're working super hard days or holidays or stuff like that, they're complaining.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
But with little things like that, they're satisfied now.
Speaking of that, I have
You
a
know?
$50 gift card
Yeah.
for you from Primetime Energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Primetime Energy is doing a chicken. We're not doing turkeys, bro. And no $200.
Can't
And,
taste the
and-
same. Tastes better.
Only a
actually.
drum.
No, lawn. A little
Just
bit of
the-
fries. Some church's chicken that Damien doesn't
the
like.
turkey ass.
Hey,
the
I like
turkey
Church's
ass.
chicken. You're just talking shit because it's all greasy as fuck, dude. That's what it is.
That's why it tastes good.
I know that.
You
But
never
that's
seen-
not good for your...
you
I
never
was
seen
talking
the
about
movie-
your
Good. It's good
veins.
for your heart, bro. The cardiologist says
You
so.
never see the movie Norbit?
No.
Oh, I haven't
Norbit?
seen it with
The-
Eddie Murphy.
I like
think,
watching
right?
good movies.
The freaking,
Haven't seen it.
the freaking, he gets the turkey ass. Everyone gets like drums and like breasts, whatever.
He's
and
the
he
big
gets
fat guy,
the-
right? It's about... Norbit is the
The
big
girl,
fat guy?
the girlfriend.
Oh.
Is the fat girl.
Then never mind.
Oh.
Even worse.
No, I think
No,
the other
that's
one's the
another
Nutty
one.
Professor, right?
Yeah, you're talking about. that
Oh,
one.
fuck. I don't know.
I don't know.
Norbit. Oh, it's hilarious, man. You should see it.
Yeah, I don't know
But-
about that.
Yeah, probably not, but I want get to it. I know.
Don't ever listen to what Alan says about
So,
movies.
yeah,
I've seen
they
his
got
movies
off
and they're
track.
stupid.
Pinche movie critic, todo jodido el movie critic, güey.
Sha, what you want, la coyota.
Well, hey, it's the little things like the gift card and the $200 because to them it's a lot. And like, I get that fine, but it's because it's security. That's what they're staying
Yeah.
for. Oh, well, they pay me well or well enough for whatever their standard is, and they're giving me $200. Why would I leave?
Then they even make memes about the freaking warehouse, man. They put it on the Facebook page about like freaking, you know that guy with the tape wait, there's more.
See,
Oh, yeah.
The flex tape.
Yeah,
Flex
flex tape. And it's like freaking holidays are about to come. Let me just freaking hide it because too many hours are about to happen, like
Right.
hard work and whatever, longer shifts. And it's freaking is fixing it with freaking
Tape, the
the
flex tape.
$200 tape. So he put it in there and everyone is happy now.
That's
like
true.
freaking memes,
But $200 is $200, so that's pretty good.
And I get that.
But and I get
It's fine.
and I understand too. At that, from their perspective, that's how much they can pay.
Well, yeah,
It
and
is
I get
good,
that.
but don't compare the way my point is that don't compare those $200 that are gonna make you happy for a few seconds, for a few days, whatever.
To the misery for the whole year.
So
Yeah.
the misery
I
for
get
the
that.
whole year. Your
I
life
understand
and
that too.
time.
Yeah, because there's opportunity somewhere else.
By the
Yeah.
way,
Yes.
And
this
way
business,
better, man.
hey, this business that we're in is not for everybody.
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hard,
Because
bro.
you
True.
still need
That's true.
you still need employees that want that security, and I get that. Because then how could companies run if everybody wants to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people that I have talked to is like, yes, they like it. They like it. That yes, man, help me to get in this and that, blah blah blah. And then when I freaking tell
Yeah.
them about, look, just by saying it's 100% commission, they just make a face like, ooh,
Yeah, I don't make any
you
money
know,
just by standing here like a
what
chile.
the fuck?
Como
You
parado
know?
como chile nomás.
Bro, but yeah, think about that too, man. It's like if you're expected to get paid just for being there, bruh, you're not doing shit.
You
Why would
provide no
I,
value.
Why would I pay you for you just to be there? That doesn't make any sense.
But that's what
You know what I'm
that's what
saying?
they're
Like,
used to.
God.
That's what the industry is like.
Yeah.
Oh, I can sit here until a customer comes in and ring them up.
Yeah.
And then they pay me. Like, why the fuck, dude? Like, you're providing zero value. This is why our industry is the best, because if you produce,
Sales, you mean?
yeah, in sales, well, sales in general for sure.
Yeah.
But especially outside sales, because it's all based on what you produce.
Yeah.
On your outcome, or not outcome, whatchamacallit? Jesus Christ, I forget the.
What?
Oh my God. It's on what you put out, on your output. So you get paid based on what the output is, on what you're bringing into the table. Like, for example,
On your results?
on your results, Jesus Christ, I can't fucking remember. I don't know. I tripped out, bro.
heck?
Sometimes
That's
I
friqueando, bro.
should
thought I
stop
was
smoking so
bad.
much.
You need
I
some
thought-
church's
I thought
mashed
I was bad.
potatoes.
I should stop smoking, and I'm
They're
hungry
good for
also.
the brain. They're good for the mind.
No, but seriously, it's like, okay, you get paid on your results. If you have zero results, why should you expect anything? Like, seriously,
And-
if you don't put in.
And then besides that, on the other hand, like people like that, don't want to talk shit, but it's like
But-
you're not
But
developing yourself or growing
Yeah.
yourself, because you just have that mindset. Let me go to this job for 8 hours, do shit. I still getting paid until my shift is done, and then I go home.
But if
you're
that's
not
what
learning nothing.
And okay, and
know?
this brings up something good. If somebody works at a company and that's what they do, who's wrong? Is it the employer for not getting rid of them, or is it the employee for doing that and still getting paid?
Both of you are
You
wrong.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of you are wrong.
Because if you're at a company
Society
and
is
ain't
wrong
doing
at
shit,
that point.
yeah. And
That's how you were
and
raised.
speaking of, we're gonna get rid of a bunch of people on our WhatsApp that they're not doing anything. That
I know. I got it.
yeah, I'm on it because yeah. So it's the
This
same.
happens
It's
in
what
our
we're talking
system
right
too.
now, bro.
Yeah.
Primetime
It's-
Energy.
It's like they're at Primetime Energy and they're not producing at all, bro. Not
Mm.
even showing up to meetings. Peace, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
See ya.
Peace. And it's not even. I don't even have to pay you. It's just a freaking. Even if I don't pay you, is what I'm saying. Why are you on here if you're not doing shit?
It's
People
like,
want to belong to something.
all.
because the thing is that we are providing the tools necessary.
Everything.
All the
It costs
training.
money and time, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like I tell people before, like, 'cause they tell me, they have been asking me about the job and they can jump in and whatever. And I tell them how it is, and I tell them the truth. Like, we don't want to waste time training you, and then you decide that this is not for you because
Yep.
you don't like how it is. So what I recommend you is start getting referrals, blah, 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 this, and that.
Smart.
If you like it, okay, jump in. And now we can provide you the training
It's like a test.
and all the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because
shadow people.
because
Shadow them.
look,
I'm gonna give you
when
a
when I started, when you finally got me convinced, it was kind of like I started by, you know what? I'm not waiting for any training or Abby to provide me the info. Let me just jump in and go in knock doors and see how it is. And I'll go from there with the flow, you know, just base all the information that I had. It was just the brochure. That was it. I could any other thing. I was Googling stuff or whatever.
That shit.
Or YouTube that shit for real. I was looking at this YouTube guy
on how to knock doors,
selling something, brushes for cleaning shoes, whatever. Like what the fuck? But it was like tips and strategies that they do, whatever. So yeah, I tell them all that kind of stuff because they're on our side is kind of like wasting time from you, like training them. And then me, I'm trying to tell them like, let's go door knocking and this. And I try like sometimes not to do this day because now I'll go and I'll train you too at the same time.
Sure.
And then they see it one day and then they kind of don't feel okay.
And for those of you that are listening to this and are talking shit in your head saying, well, you should just give them a try anyways. Like, fuck that, man. Actually, what you know what you're doing when you do that? You're offering respect. It's out of respect for yourself, for your company, and for that person. Because why do you want to waste your time? You don't want to waste your time. Yeah. Why would you want to waste their time? So people need to be adults about it. Like, hey, I'm a fucking adult. I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work out, we shake hands. Yeah, that's it. No harm, no foul. But if I have to pay you and then you're all like, and then you're just like wasting on my time and money and all that. Fuck that, man. I don't want to go through that. Why would I? It's stupid. It makes zero sense. They used to do this in retail, by the way.
We're going on an hour and 45. I think
it's
we're
all good.
Damn.
Ahorita. Ya vamos a acabar como quiera.
Okay.
There's in retail they used to do this, by the way, in Nevada when I was living in Vegas in Henderson, Nevada. I saw this company, and legally, because there's also legal issues with making someone work and not paying them unless you're in a 100% commission environment, and they understand that. But in retail, they would say you applied, you would go into the guest store. They could have you on the floor for up to don't quote me on this, but I believe it was 3 hours max to see how you worked and to see if you were the one that they were looking for, and they didn't have to pay you for that. And you had to be okay with that. You signed a paper that you said, I'm not going to get paid for three hours, but this is basically my interview. And I'm like, that's a great fucking idea.
It is. It's great.
Yeah. Everybody wins there. The employee wins because now you see what kind of people you're going to be dealing with and what kind of employees you're going to be dealing with. And then the company wins because they don't get shit people that don't know what they're doing. So I'm like, dude, how come this isn't a general practice? And why? Because, of course, some idiot somewhere said, oh, well, I can't. You need to pay me because you need to try me out. You need to pay me. I'm worth all this. Like, bitch, nobody knows what you're worth until you actually put in the work and show us the results. That's what it is. Yeah, you don't know your worth.
Correct.
So, all right. Hey, today, thank you, everybody, for coming on. And everybody that's listening, thank you very much for podcast number 2. We're going to keep going with this. This was all about sales and how to stay happy and a bunch of other shit that we discussed. But thank you very much for listening to us. As always, like our channel, subscribe. Find us on Instagram, Facebook. You can also go to YouTube. You can email us at info@primetimeenergy.net. Of course, on YouTube, subscribe because this is where you would have seen this. Where else? What else am I missing? Oh, and if you want solar, you can leave us a comment. We'll hit you up. If you want to work with us, we work in 19 states. Depends on where this is. You can hit us up. We can go through a Zoom interview or whatever I deem is necessary at the time so you can get on board. But all right, anybody else? Anything else?
We have a referral program too that if you refer us people and they end up going solar, you can get easy cash, $500 cash. And just for spreading the word, that's a pretty sweet deal.
Actually, let me correct that real quick. But it's correct. No. It's mostly correct. On average, we give about $500. Yeah. It ranges from $300 to $750. It depends on the situation and how big the system size is. But referrals, guys, I mean, come on. Who doesn't want $250?
You know someone, just tell us about us.
Anybody.
There you go.
Comment, like, and subscribe to help us with the algorithm.
Hell yeah. The algorithm always tries to fuck us,
Big deal, guys. Big deal. comment, like, and subscribe. And they always say, smash that like button. You don't have to smash it. You click
You
it.
can just click that shit.
Just click it. It's fine. But
Oh, and
help us out, Brad.
if you think that we did a good job in general as Primetime Energy with this podcast, you can also go and give us a Google review based on this podcast. That's also good too. It helps us out a lot. So
True.
everybody, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Besitos.
Chumara la coyota.